Good morning, students. Today we are going to start the lecture for 11th Commerce of Business Study of Chapter 2.4 Cooperative Societies, and the topic is Meaning, Definition and Features, dated on 22 June 2020. Let's see what is cooperative society, what are its meaning, its features and definition. It's floating on your screen. The meaning is given in the toolkit. See, read it very carefully. Cooperative society, it refers to the voluntary association of the persons who join together with the motive of welfare of the members. In third line of the para, it is given each for all and all for each. In other words, cooperative organization is based on the principle that the small saving of different people should be collected through a society and raise funds and help the needy members through giving them loans and achieve the benefits of large size trade by purchasing the goods in the large quantity. The cooperative form of business organization follow different form of others form in one fundamental respect, and that is that even if in cooperative organization follow the universally accepted principles of the business, but always keep in your mind its purpose is to serve their members rather than the earning profits. And moreover, this cooperative organization has to get registered them under the Act Cooperative Society Act 1912 or the State Cooperative Act. There are some states like Bihar, Bengal, Odisha, Maharashtra and Chennai. They have their own societies act. If you look at the third line, for example, the purpose of establishment of the consumer cooperative is to purchase goods in the large quantity from the wholesaler, trader and the producer and sell it to the members at the cheap rates. Whatever the consumer cooperative societies are established, it is established to provide the consumer benefits. They purchased in large quantity and at the cheap rates and provided it to their members. If we talk about the marketing cooperative societies that are established with the purpose of getting proper price of goods which are formed by the small producers like the farmers or artisans. And credit cooperative society are formed for the purpose of providing the short-term loans and develop an habit of saving among each other. That is the credit cooperative society's objective. If we talk about the cooperative farming society, it provides the benefit of cooperative farming to the small farmers for getting the advantage of farming on large scale. Housing cooperative societies are established to provide the residential houses on easy terms to its members. Similarly, the producers cooperative societies are established with the purpose of providing the raw material, machinery, etc. to the small manufacturer. So in this way, these are the different voluntary organizations that are established by the persons on the basis of their whatever the requirement, whatever their common interest. Consumer make their cooperative society, consumer cooperative society. The people who are indulged in the marketing, they make the marketing society. The people who need the credit, small term loans, short term loans, they form credit cooperative societies. And farming society, the farmer form cooperative farming societies. The people who want to have the advantage of the residential houses loan, they formed housing cooperative society, and producer formed the producer cooperative society. There are two definitions are given to you by Professor H. Calvert and International Labour Organization. The abbreviation is also ILO. So one of the definition you have to do whichever you feel easy, but I am telling you again, keep in your mind the definition should be appropriate word that are given by the eminent author. Let's see now what are the features of cooperative society. There are different features. By reading the meaning, we just come to know that it is a voluntary association. So first feature we can say it's a voluntary membership. Who are the person who are associated for the formation of a cooperative society, nobody compel each other. They just become the member at their own wish. Moreover, this cooperative society has no restriction, no bias of any religion, caste, anything else. It doesn't belong to a particular group. Ah, the one thing you have to keep in mind that only farmers can be the member of the cooperative society for the farmers. If only producers are there, they can be the member of the producer cooperative society. It doesn't matter what is their caste, what is their religion, but their occupation should be the same. If they are farmers, then all they should be the farmers. If they are producers, then all should be the producers. Then the next is the legal status. No association member can use the word cooperative with its name unless it is registered under the Cooperative Society Act 1912. In other words, we can say that after registration, only a society can become the cooperative society. It means it has the separate legal entity as per the Act. So it has the legal status as a separate legal entity. Limited liability, the liability of the members of the organization is always limited to their share or the guarantee given by them. Now, if we talk about the control, the fourth feature, controlling job is performed by the member themselves in a democratic way. India is also a democratic company where the representative choose by the people hold the economy. In this way, here a managing committee is to be formed, chosen by voting rights in the general meeting by their members, and they adopt the policy one vote for one person, or one person can give one vote. And whosoever are people as a representative selected in the managing committee, they control the cooperative society. Fifth feature is service motive. The main purpose is to provide the maximum possible help to the members. By providing them the max possible help does not mean that the society provides goods and services at the cost price, but also help the members to earn the profits. Equality of the voting right, as I told you in the fourth point, the people, one person has right to one vote. So equality is there. There is none of the person, every member has exercised their right to cast one vote only. Disposal of surplus means whatever the earning done by the cooperative society, how it is to be disposed of. It is to be disposed of like this. Number one fourth of the surplus is transferred to the general reserve as per law. Number two, dividend is given on the capital at definite rate which should not exceed 10%. Some part of the surplus can be utilized for the development of the area which the society happens to work, which should not be exceed to 10% of the total surplus. The fourth, the remaining surplus is divided among the members in the form of bonus, but the bonus is determined not on the basis of share but on the basis of the contribution made by the members. For example, the bonus should be divided on the basis of purchase made by the members of the consumers cooperative. Whatever the points related to disposal is given to you, read all the points very carefully. Draw the 1 mark question also, because definitely you will get the in-between question out of this topic. So do it very carefully. The eighth feature is cash trading. The cooperative societies give preference to the cash trading because the cooperative small finance resources but no legal restriction that these societies cannot sell the things on credit. Ninth point, arrangement of finance. The major sources of providing finance in the cooperative society are capital is obtained from the sale of shares to the member or loans obtained from the government, grants received from the government, etc. So these are the different sources. You can also get the 1 mark question of this point, that what are the arrangement or what are the sources of finance for cooperative society. Then you have to write all these three sources as 1 mark answer. The last feature is government control. Though the Cooperative societies has a voluntary association, yet the government exercises its control from time to time by checking their account for the purpose of cooperative society have to send their annual reports and accounts to the registrar. So government has some partial control. The government don't interfere, but government control the cooperative society because cooperative societies are to be formed under the act. It is a legal, artificial legal person as per the law. So government have a check on that. This is all about the meaning, definition, and features of cooperative society. Learn it so well. Thank you. Have a nice day.